back. This is workout number 4 for the month of April. The rep scheme is staying the same. So we're still with a set of 9, 2 sets of 12, and a set of 15. Very limited equipment needed for this particular workout. We really just need 2 dumbbells, something to step up on. If you have a kettlebell, great. If not, you can use 2 dumbbells. I will show you what that looks like. We're going to do some chest presses. Let's see. You can do those on a bench or on the floor. And then we're going to do some really weird walking lunges, but we'll get to that when we get there. All right. So let's start off with our clean and press. So you're going to start with your weights just above the knees. All right. And we're going to pull those weights up, flip them at the shoulders, and then press them straight up to the sky. And then bring them down with control. So that's slow motion. In real time, we pull it up, rack it, press it, down. Nice little hinge, pull it, and up. So let me show you from this view. So we start at the top of those knees, nice high elbows, rack the weights, pull the weights, bring them down, and return, okay? You can also do these sort of gunslinger style, as they're called, where you take the weights and bring them down by your side, still little hinge, up and back here, and press, and bring it down. So whichever version feels more comfortable in your body, but just remember, it's 3 movement patterns. So what's actually 4? We hinge, we pull the weight, we rack the weight, we press the weight, then we bring it down and unload with control. The second one is you can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell for this. I'm going to use a kettlebell just to change things up a little bit. So the purpose of the kettlebell when you do these step-ups is so that you can't see your feet. These are single leg step-ups, so we're going to plant my left foot on here, and I'm stepping, so I have to trust my feet because I now can't see them. So we're going to do 9 on each leg of those. And then we'll repeat both those exercises for 12, 12, 15, put those exercises away, pick up 4 new ones, again, for 3 sets of 12. So one, we're going to do a 3-point row. So you can do this a number of different ways. You can do this with one hand on the bench and your feet parallel. I don't really like to row this way. I find it a little bit awkward. What I really like to do is come up on the bench and have a nice flat back and have my hand on the bench, my knee on the bench, and my back toe on the bench, and my foot on the floor. And I feel like I can then pull my belly button to the spine. I feel like I get a nice flat back, and I feel like I get more muscle engagement. So shoulder up and retracted, and basically going from your knee towards your hip. And I feel like you can get a lot more out of that, and it's a lot more friendly on the back. So 12 on each side of those. And we're going to do some, they're called kettlebell unloaded squats, but really what these are a deadlift. So you're taking your kettlebell and you're just squatting all the way to the floor, unloading that weight, and then bringing it back up. So squatting it to the floor, bringing it back up. So to show you with 2 dumbbells, in case you don't have a kettlebell, you take your 2 weights and you press them together, and that makes you have one implement. It gets a little harder to put them on the floor because they are not as tall as a kettlebell, but you would do your best. So bring them down. You have to go a little bit deeper. So I would prefer, or actually the other thing you can do is you could hold it like this, squat it down, touch it to the floor, and bring it back up. So you choose based on the equipment that you have available and how healthy your hips are, how deep you can go, all of those variables. We're going to come into some rotational bench presses. So what that looks like is your weights face forward, and then you rotate them as you come down and then bring them back. So again, the degree of rotation depends on how things feel in your body. So if you can only rotate to here, that's still a little bit of rotation, and that's great. If you can rotate all the way to 180 and that feels good, then do that. So again, listen to your body, do what feels good for you. This last one is a walking lunge. It's pirate style, which means you would close one eye as you did it. It's challenging your balance and stability. So I would encourage you to try that. There's no weights involved. Actually, yes, there is. Just kidding. You're going to use a dumbbell for your walking lunges. So it would look like this. If I closed an eye and I did this, it's a little wobbly, but it's doable. The thing I want you to think about when you're doing a walking lunge is when you take that first forward step, make sure you look down, and when you do it, that your knee still stays over your ankle. A lot of people have a tendency when they do a walking lunge is this, and push that knee forward and push that knee forward, and then you look like you're going down the escalator. You still want to look like you're going down the elevator. So you're going to step and plant, drop into your lunge. Step and plant, drop into your lunge. So notice all of the weight is shifted back over that back leg. Everything is pulled up. So just because you're walking forward doesn't mean you have to be leaning forward. Try it with the eye closed. If that's a little bit too much, keep the eyes open. The key is to be safe, but challenge yourself. Hope you guys like this workout, and I look forward to seeing you back here for more later.